What is up, guys? It is Carly here, bringing you day 8 of my 31 Days of Horror 2021, and moving right along here, we have another movie in this little Blu-ray pack I have here called King of Horror. I've already talked about it on a previous installment of this series, and today I'm here to talk about the movie Cat's Eye. Where's it at? Here it is. Cat's Eye from the year 1985. Reason I'm talking about this one is because one of the options on the challenge was a Stephen King film, and obviously these are all Stephen King films, so I'm going to talk about this one. This is one that I watched probably for the first time all the way through last year when I guested on the 1985 show for 22 Shots. I definitely seen it before, but not just like bits and pieces on TV, and I'll just say right off the bat, I really like this one. It's an anthology, if you don't know. It's got 3 stories in it. It doesn't run very long. It's only about 94 minutes or so, and essentially the 3 stories are wrapped around by this cat. This cat is you know, kind of walking throughout all the little stories, almost like Sam in Trick or Treat, where he's always kind of there. That's kind of what you got with this little cat, hence the title Cat's Eye. And then at the end of the movie, the cat actually has a part in one of the stories, which is pretty cool. Well, actually, the cat is involved in all 3 of the stories, so that is neat when I really think about it. But you know, the final story, it's kind of all about the cat for the most part. But anyway, the stories are, you have this one where a guy played by James Woods goes to this Quitters Incorporated place, and it's to help him quit smoking, and then it turns out their way of making them quit smoking is pretty much horrendous and very strict, if you will. So you have that going on. The second story is about a gambler who finds himself in this pretty dangerous situation, and basically this guy tells him to, you know, if he could walk around the entire edge of a building, he would get his money. And yeah, it's kind of all about the tension and heights and stuff there. That's the whole short, pretty much, is this guy just walking around this building. And then the final one, you have Drew Barrymore starring as this little girl, and she finds this cat outside. She wants to keep it. The mom is a bitch and doesn't want a cat in the house, but she says the girl can keep it as long as it stays outside at night. Now the girl keeps having these bad dreams of sorts, but it turns out to be this real creature that is coming and essentially stealing her breath while she sleeps, which is kind of disturbing, and you know, it's kind of becomes up to the cat to be the hero. So all in all, these 3 stories, I think they're all pretty solid, to be honest. If I had to pick a favorite, I think, honestly, I think the first one is probably my favorite, the smoking one, because it's just very tense type of thing where you're like, if I was in this situation, that would really suck. Like, for the rest of this guy's life, he kind of has to watch his back and hope that he never gets caught smoking a cigarette, or else bad things will happen to him and his family. And I like James Woods' performance in the role. You know, I like the scenes where he's really trying to not smoke, and he's at this party, and, you know, he's just being kind of an asshole. I really enjoy that one. You know, the second best, I think, is in my opinion anyway, the second short. I was gonna say that one would probably be the best in my opinion, but not my favorites, just because the second one really plays on the fear of heights and it really gets my anxiety up. If anything in a movie can trigger my just anxiety, it's anything dealing with heights. You know, movies like this, King Kong at the end when they're up on top of the big old building, what the hell is that building called? The Empire State Building. Anything like that really, really freaks me out, and just actually makes me feel something, like, emotionally, like, very anxious, and I feel like I'm there. So they do a really good job with that short. And then the third one, even though it's not my favorite or the best in my opinion, I still think it's very solid. I wasn't a big fan of it the first time around, but watching it this time, I really enjoyed it, just because I think it's kind of a disturbing plot. You know, this little girl's getting kind of almost near death in her sleep at night by this monster that keeps coming into her room, this mysterious little just critter that kind of digs into her wall, and you know, her parents of course don't believe her, because who is going to believe that? And then you know, this cat kind of comes to her rescue, and it's kind of sweet, and Drew Barrymore's adorable. And this movie's also rated PG-13, and it's one of those examples where you don't really need an R rating to make the movie good. So they do very well with this film, all in all. If you like anthologies, never check this one out. I highly recommend it. I give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10, Cat's Eye, 1985. Thank you guys once again for joining me here for day number 8, and I'll see you tomorrow for day number 9.